Are you planning a trip and wondering if booking premium economy is worth the extra money? We recently flew from Toronto to Athens in Air Canada's premium economy class and break down everything you need to know. Now, premium economy is like one notch up from your standard basic seats. So you get a little bit wider seats, they're a little bit more comfortable, you get some more leg room, as well as a little bit better service.
On Air Canada, the premium economy configuration for seats is 2-4-2, which seems like it's pretty good. However, we've flown a lot of other different airlines that have a 2-3-2 configuration in premium economy, so there's a lot more space. I don't know, Air Canada just seemed to want to squeeze more seats into their premium economy.
Yeah, so it's definitely worth it checking what configuration you're looking at when you're going into premium economy to make sure that, when you are choosing your seats, because where you choose to sit in premium economy also makes a difference.
So we bought a flat out premium economy ticket for this flight because we knew it was a long flight. It's 10 hours to Athens and we wanted to be comfortable. And that cost us 2,500 Canadian each, which is about $1,800 US, which we felt was quite worth it for us.
If you keep checking your flights, you can see that even just for a small increase in fare, you're able to get a premium economy fare rather than a standard fare. So make sure you check Google Flights and put some comparisons up there, because you can get some really good deals.
Sometimes we found that premium economy is just a couple $100 more than coach, and it is definitely worth it. You really do feel like you are getting the 5-star service. When you are in premium economy, you get to board in class 2, so that's really good. Business class goes on first, and then you go on second. What I love about flying premium economy is I don't have to rush to that zone 2 to try and get to the front, because there's only a few seats in the premium economy section, so you will have no problem getting the overhead space.
Unfortunately, with premium economy on Air Canada, you do not get lounge access. We get it because we are frequent flyers and we do have the status to get it. So that's something else to note. You won't be getting that lounge access that you would get with business class.
So if you do fly off, we highly recommend getting the priority pass card so you can get that lounge access and still have that 5-star treatment before you get on the plane.
So let's talk a little bit about leg room and space, because these are probably the most important things when it comes to getting on a plane. On the Air Canada Premium Economy, you do get some wider seats and they're a little bit more comfortable. Not like super wide seats or layback seats. You do get a little bit more recline as well, so it makes it a little bit more comfortable, especially for those long haul flights.
To me, I look at premium economy as a small flight business class. Like when you're taking a regional flight and you get into business class, you get a little footrest, you lean back farther, you even get a little care package, which is pretty cool. You do feel like you're getting a little extra service for your money.
I got a bag.
Dave and I have flown both business and premium economy, and the care packages are almost identical with what you get inside.
Yeah, and I did notice this time on premium economy, we also got juice when we came on served to us. So that's another difference. You get a little bit more higher standard of service than you would back in the economy section. You get that welcome drink, but you also get a bottle of water. So right when you get on, I know when I get on the flight, the first thing I want to do is hydrate. So having a bottle of water to chug back is really, really convenient. One other thing I did want to talk about is the washrooms in premium economy. Depending on what type of plane you're on, it can be different. So if you're on a smaller bodied jet, then you don't get your own private washroom. You have the section, but you'll still use the economy's washroom. Whereas if you're on, say, the A380, you get use of the business class washroom right at the front. So you have a little bit more, I'm going to say, cleanliness, or maybe less people using the washroom than if you had to use the one back in economy. So once you've settled into your seat and you're getting ready for that flight, one of the things they do is they come around and they give you a menu. Unlike economy class, you actually get your choice of food, and it's not just chicken and fish. You get a little bit more. They're a bit more higher end meals, so you get to choose that, and they come around and will take your order personally. I really love that because the food, I found a huge difference between economy and premium economy. And again, that's something else that makes a big difference to me, especially if I'm doing a daytime flight or I'm going to have dinner on board. I want to get into a class that actually has some good food.
And they serve the food on actual plates. You get actual silverware, you get actual glasses. They come around with bar service, and you get actual wine bottles. They pour your wine of your choice. You usually get 2 choices of red, 2 choices of white, a cocktail choice, and of course your drinks. So I really do find it is actually that nice higher end feel when you do premium economy for a much more reasonable price than going into business class.
Like for me in premium economy, I don't feel like I'm packed in like sardines and sort of, that third class citizen. I feel like I've stepped up a bit of a rung, and when I'm flying long haul on those flights, I'm really willing to pay the extra money for that. And remember, that section is cordoned off, right? So you're not having constantly people walking back and forth, bumping you. I love to sit in the aisle seat. So, in economy, you're always getting knocked or bumped with somebody going by or somebody standing beside you to stretch their legs. In premium economy, that is actually blocked off, kind of like business class. So economy passengers can't come up into that cabin. So you have a little bit more comfortable sleep without being disturbed.
So let's talk about where to sit. I really like with 2 of us to sit at the window. I really feel that it's actually almost like a business class seating when we're sitting on the window rather than the 4 in the center.
Yeah, I like that too, but if we are forced to sit in the center in the 4 seats, Deb and I both I like to sit in the aisle and then she'll sit beside me so that she only has to crawl over me and nobody else has to crawl over us to get anywhere else. It's also important to note in the premium economy in Air Canada is that the seats themselves, they're rigid in between. So just because somebody's not sitting beside you does not mean you can stretch out because they're rigid. They're not like in economy where you can put up the armrest and stretch out. So that's another thing to note when you're thinking about where you're going to sit. So obviously the best place to sit is either in the 2 section on the left or the right side of the plane. And then the second, I would say, do not sit in the very front row. That's something we try to avoid as well. Not only because it's closer to where the washroom is, but also because you have to put everything up for takeoff and landing. So nothing can be down in front of you, and I think it's just better to be sitting back 1 seat. That's my preference anyway.
And the entertainment system in the front seat is stowed in the armrest. So when you're landing and takeoff, you can't watch any of the movies or entertainment or use it at all because it has to be stowed. So I like usually sitting in the middle seat. I do find also that I like having the pocket in front. You don't have any pocket when you're sitting in the front. So I like sitting the second one back or the third one back. I do really like the very back seat. I've just felt like they have reclined more, and I'm never getting asked to put my seat back up because nobody's eating behind me either. So I find the very back of premium economy on the window seat is my favorite. We've started flying premium economy because we have gold status with Star Alliance, and usually we will try and upgrade to business class. But I said to Dave, I don't mind if I don't make the upgrade as long as I'm flying premium economy. And if you have the means and you really want to, I highly recommend it. I think that premium economy is worth the price. What do you think, Dave?
I do. I really think, especially if you're looking for a little bit more comfort and especially on a long haul, I do recommend paying the extra money to go into premium economy. You won't regret it, trust me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click that bell for notifications because we put up new videos each week.